The mind is quickly aware of things go wrong, but overlooks all which is going well. As a result, people place more value on things that they don't have than on things that they do have, and are upset when things go wrong than they appreciate when things go right. Who do you think will have a better day? The person who's upset that it's raining, or the person who's grateful for the umbrella? Actively seek out things you are grateful for: the warmth from the sun, the sight of a friend, a cold breeze on a sunny day, or having an umbrella on a rainy day. It sounds simple, but practicing this will change your life. That was Law 19 from the 44 Laws of Peace. It's a good reference on how we live day by day. We always think about what we don't have, but we always think about what we could have better. But do we ever take the time to appreciate what we do have? Do we ever just sit back and appreciate just us breathing air, by us having food on the table, have the desire to be better? I mean, that's why you're watching this video, right? Most people in life don't get this far until their mid 20s to late 30s, and even further than that. If you're watching this, I'm sure you want to be in a better position in life than you currently are right now, and that's completely fine. But just take the time to appreciate and be grateful for the little things: having a bed, having clothes on, having a form of an electronic to visually watch this. If you're blessed enough like me, being grateful to even have a job, a stable income that can not only provide for myself but for my loved ones. I used to find myself too much within my head and not really appreciating the life I'm currently living in. And that's when I realized I was in a dark state in life. At the time, I didn't realize it was because of that. I just couldn't help but to understand and grasp the concept of why my life was showing up the way it was. And that's when I realized I didn't have enough gratitude in my life. I didn't really appreciate the things I had before I even had the opportunity of my job, because when you're busy working, you tend to just focus on the job, and you don't really tend to focus on everything else you had before then. And then you don't really appreciate the times where you had no responsibility growing up as a kid, and now you're just forced to essentially work for a living. And then it hits you, it's just like, damn, times were much more simpler back then. And that made my job very miserable, because I wasn't looking at the paychecks for it being paychecks. I was looking as me being in punishment, and that's what was making everything else just collapse within itself. Because when you put one negative thought out, it just ends up multiplying, because you're just stuck in that realm of frequency. But that's how the universe works. Once you put out gratitude out in life, the universe sees that you're grateful for whatever it is you're grateful for. It ends up multiplying you. It ends up blessing you with more opportunities and more, if not better, of what you have than now. Let me give you an example. By simply getting off of bed and thanking the Lord for blessing me with another day of life, I started my daily routine, my hygiene routine, and just complimenting myself and just giving myself gratitude. Oh, I'm grateful for the strength I was blessed with. I'm grateful for the attractiveness that I have. Little things that would overall just enlighten my mood, enlighten my confidence, enlighten my self worth, and it overall affecting the rest of my day. And by me feeling these things, I'm sending a frequency to the universe that the universe is responding with, oh, this person really is grateful for these characteristics of himself, and he feels good. Let me bless him because he's grateful, because he has gratitude in his heart. But the moment you stop not being appreciative of the things you have, the moment you start hating everything you do, hating certain parts and aspects of your life, that's when things don't really end up going your way. You have to be okay with things not being okay. You have to look at the bigger picture of things. If you're not having a great day, it's on you to recall and to remind yourself that things get better, that things aren't always going to end up like that, that there's always a tomorrow, that there's always a way to make up for the actions that you did today. Being grateful for the shoes you have on and not wanting the newest pairs of Jordans. What that's bringing out to the universe is this person isn't grateful for what he has and always has to exceed and surpass what's given to him. So instead, let me not bless him with something greater. Let me just keep him the same or give him less, because he's not appreciative of what he has. You're not giving out the right frequency and the right energy out to the universe. The moment you feel grateful is the moment your life will change. Even if you don't feel it, even if you have to talk to yourself every single day about it. But eventually, what it does is that your mind will accustom to those currencies and will eventually get used to the thoughts and get used to how you would feel. Let me read you another quote, but from The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. Whatever we think about and think about, we bring about. Remember, you are the creator of your own life. And by you doing something as small as being grateful and appreciating the little things, you are setting forth a good day ahead of you. You are essentially creating your day with gratitude and blessings. I'll read you another quote. As soon as you start to feel different about what you already have, you will start to attract more of the good things, more of the things you can be grateful for. You could look around and say, well, I don't have the car I want. I don't have the house I want. I don't have the spouse I want. I don't have the health I want. Whoa, back up, back up. Those are all the things you don't want. Focus on what you already have and you're grateful for. And it might be that you have the eyes to read this, it might be the clothes you have. Yes, you might prefer something else, and you might get something else pretty soon if you start feeling grateful for what you have. Many people who order their lives in all other ways are kept in poverty by their lack of gratitude. It's impossible to bring forth more good in your life and more blessings and the riches of life and if you are ungrateful. Why? Because the thoughts and feelings you are emitting are negative. They can only return more of what you don't want rather than what you want. It all comes down to you. It all comes down to how you see life and how you let life play out. Regardless, the show will continue, but it's how you interpret things and how you react to certain emotions and how you tap into here that will overall affect the rest of your story. You have the possibility and the capability to change everything. But first, let's start by appreciating the little things and being grateful. We're not our own enemies. There's no reason why we should think negative thoughts. There's no reason why we should bring ourselves down. Let's be kind and let's love ourselves to the point where no matter the circumstances the day brings to you, you can always find a bit of gratitude within yourself. And that will overall change your life.